Hey guys, welcome back. I just want to do a quick video and share with you an amazing gift I just received recently. This is something that my son and my daughter-in-law and my two oldest grandkids got for me. And to give you some background on this, and my wife and my son and daughter and pretty much my whole family, they know the kind of stuff I like. And if they hear me say something, oh, that's cool, or I'd like to have that, or then they'll make a mental note or they'll write it down or whatever. And then birthdays and Christmas come up, I'm like, so they know me. So, uh, but the origin of this little story began when I first saw this book solicited almost 2 years ago, and I think my son and I were like at a local comic book show, and I was kind of showing some covers, some comics, and I said, "Yeah, there's this book coming out by this guy," and I said, I'd like to try to get it. So I think the Christmas, 2 or 3 months later after Christmas, he printed out this thing saying, it's not published yet, but it's coming your way very soon. And I think it was supposed to have been out just like a couple of months after that, like in February. And so he had ordered it from Amazon, and then the day of the release came and went, and okay, delayed till March, and then it was delayed till May, and then it was delayed till July, and then it was delayed to October again, and then it came into this year, and it was delayed two or three more times. And I just got kind of curious: is this book ever going to be published? So I wrote emailed the publisher, and I said, "What's going on with this?" And said, "Yeah, the book's still going to be published. I think either the main guy that was working on it or one of the main people that was working on it actually quit, or maybe they passed away. I'm not really sure about that fact. Uh, but they said it's still going to be published, So then they solicited it again, saying it's coming out this month or that month. Never thought I was going to get it, and my son had ordered it from Amazon, and I think about 2 months ago, I guess, maybe a little bit less, they had told him that order had been canceled, and they were going to refund his money. And I was like, that's crazy. So I got online and I started seeing like stuff on Facebook and maybe a couple of YouTube videos where people were getting copies of this thing. I guess the publisher, uh, was shipping them out, and so I emailed the publisher again, and they said, yeah, they're trying to get all the pre-orders out, and we still have this book. So then I told my son about it, and I said, well, I'm just going to go ahead and get it myself. He said, no, no, no. He said, I already got the refund for that. So he went like right then, as soon as I told him that, and he ordered it, and then it came within a week. And he sent me a picture of it, and he says, "Is it real?" And I said, "No, not until I, hold it in my hands. It's not real." Because I've been looking forward to this book for so long, and once you guys see it, I know you're going to agree with me. At least the people that are in my age group or that collect these kind of comics. But the book I'm talking about is The Art of George Wilson. And you guys that are Go Key and Dale fans, fans of like paperback books from the 60s and 70s, this guy's work is all over the place. I mean, this guy was Alex Ross before there was an Alex Ross. And it just amazes me now that this guy wasn't a bigger deal then, than he is now. Of course, he passed away about, I think, about 1998. But his art graced like almost every cover that Dell and Goki put out, at least like the adventure stuff and westerns and whatever else. But I mean, you can kind of see the stuff he did here. He was big for doing the Phantom. He did like 15 paperback covers for the Phantom series. He did Dark Shadows. There's Turok. There's some sci-fi stuff. Uh, here's some more stuff. Gremlins on a Plane. I don't know if that's Twilight Zone related or not. But anyway, it's just filled. It's got like 300 illustrations, pictures of his original paintings. We got some Solar Man of the Atom here. It's got some text in it. I've just kind of thumbed through it probably 10 times now, but I'm going to take time and just kind of devour and soak in every page and get all the details. And but yeah, just beautiful art. And I know, like I said, a lot of you guys that are my age or in the comic community, or guys that watch my channel, are big fans of this guy. There's some Tarzan stuff, and I know what's going to happen. I mean, I'm already like writing stuff down, like Go Key and Dell books that I don't have. I'm going to be spending some money, just because he did it. You know, there's some Mighty Samson, some Star Trek. And I found out an interesting fact for you World War II buffs, which I'm a big fan of that stuff. Not actually a buff, but you know, I know a little bit. When they did the camouflage stuff, trying to make the Germans think that they had actually planes and tanks and all that kind of stuff, George Wilson was actually part of that helped design the fake tanks and planes. And he was like, I guess what it was called, the Ghost Army. So that was their official patch. There's a couple of pictures. There's him in World War II. And I think here's I'm not sure which one he is because I haven't looked at all of it, but he's in this picture. Just, you know, a lot of the stuff we loved. I mean, the covers is the hook. I mean, if they were fishermen and we were the fish, this was what put the hook in our mouth right here. Just these covers, you know, and the art inside, although good to a certain extent, never matched up to the covers. And I wonder now if I'm just assuming he probably didn't do any interior work, because I think that probably would have been, I don't know if he could have, you know, had the time to do it because he was doing all the paperback covers. There's another Phantom cover. I think that's some photo reference that him and his fellow artists use. A lot of science fiction superheroes. I think this is, yeah, I actually have this book. This is the cover to A Time Tunnel #1. If you guys remember that show from the 60s. And I'm not going to go through every page. Here's some more Phantom stuff. Just beautiful, beautiful artwork. You know, and I'm like a little kid. And I guess all of us that are collectors are still little kids in a way. There's some more great bottom Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. And these are really blowed up. Not full size, of course, but there's some more Mighty Samson stuff. Close cousin of Commandy, Last Boy on Earth. Some Flash Gordon books. Yeah, I'm just going to show a couple more. There's some Tarzan. A lot of his Tarzan stuff. Twilight Zone, of course, yeah. So just a beautiful, beautiful book. This is probably going to be like in the top 3 of my books related to comic artists, because this guy was just so good. Like I say, I just really don't know why he wasn't such a bigger deal at the time, you know. But I know he has lots of fans that know his work, and this book is a little bit pricey. Like I say, it was a gift to me, but it's a little bit pricey. I think maybe it's retails like $75. But you can get it from HermesPress.com. Let me see if they still have copies. And hopefully, if you want this book, they do. I think they maybe resolicited it on Amazon also. I know he did some romance covers. Didn't know that. Just a lot of great stuff. Of course, Army, Westerns. The guy did it all. And a lot of the stuff he did, gouache paints. He did mixed media, you know, oils, acrylics. Might have been some watercolors involved. I don't know. I mean, he was just so talented, and it just blows me away that it took this long to appreciate this man. So appreciate you guys hanging around. I would highly recommend having this book if you're collector and a fan of books about artists and comic artists, I would definitely get this book. And it's like Christmas, it really is. So I want to give a big shout out to my son and son Brandon and my daughter-in-law Ricky Brooke, my grandson Alder, my granddaughter Ada. A big shout out and a big thank you, and I love you for this, because this is really a special gift. All right, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this. Onward and upward.